Hi, my name is Emily Brown Gibson, and I will be singing Aus Liebe will mein Heiland sterben from Bach's Matthew Passion.
With the rest.
With the rest.
Yes. Uh-huh. Shall we stay with the recit for the moment and then we move into the aria? Yeah? Okay. Briefly, let's recapitulate what's happening in the story, so to speak. Yeah. Pilate
Had asked what does Jesus deserve to be crucified?
Why? Yeah. He wonders. Hey, why do you bring him? I mean, what did he do? What evil did he do? And then you stand up. And you give us the answer.
This list of all the
exactly. And that was good. You started it well. I could see that you wanted to really go there, and then you held back a bit.
Okay.
But this is who you are.
Okay.
You're Jesus' advocate. And you say, Pilate says, what did he do bad? And you say, let me tell you, he did good only. Die Blinden macht es gab den Blinden. He made the blind ones, he made see. The lame ones, he made walk. The sad ones, he made, this needs to, your attitude really needs to be, no, he hasn't done anything bad. And then in the end, sonst hat mein Jesus nichts. That's the way you say, you don't say nothing, but you say nothing, yeah? That's it. That's the rest. But your attitude was 100% right. You just didn't go with it really 100%, yeah? Yeah. Hat uns allen. It can have from the affetto, it can a little bit entrüstet. What's the word for entrüstet like? Outraged. To say, what? Come on, Pilate asked, what did he do evil? He said, hat uns allen wohlgetan. Yeah?
Yeah.
So there can be a little bit, and when you go, what's the moment when it moves high? There? Watch that. There you were a little bit high in the intonation. Hat aufge. Go in a legato. Less. Hat aufge. Hat aufge. This drama -1. In that moment, you relax a little bit and you just let the voice flow, and then you go back. Yeah, go back to your interpretation. Okay, let's try that. Yeah. And now it was a blinden. You got a bit stuck with your energy. Den Blinden, it is an impulse on blinden gab das and then you want to, it's like these waves that you have to surf. Den Blinden gab das Gesicht. And what's the next phrase? Die Lahmen macht gehend. Yeah, it's this surfing, and don't be afraid of. This is to all of us here.
Okay.
So really let your gaze wander, and hat uns allen wohl. It's not a frantic this, but hat uns allen wohlgetan. Den Blinden, and then you can move from den Blinden gab das Gesicht. Did you hear this? Oh yes, he did that. And don't forget that, so you can move from contemplation to talking to getting our approval of what you say, yeah?
Okay.
So really pick somebody and briefly, it's this idea that you want to embrace us with the singing. It's like you not include us all, yeah? And this is done by your body language, okay?
Hat uns allen wohlgetan, den
Relax.
gab das Gesicht,
Beautiful.
die Lahmen Macht ergehend.
Build up.
Sagt uns seines Vaters Wort,
Relax.
treibt die Teufel fort, betrübt hat gerecht, denn Sünde auf und an. Sonst hat mein Jesus nichts getan.
Yeah. And then the final thing, sonst hat mein Jesus nichts getan, nichts getan.
Okay.
Give a little bit more of that. But this is it, yes. And that elevates it from hat uns allen This is this uncommitted singing that can be beautiful, and then we enjoy the sound of a beautiful voice. But this was committed, and this is what makes any Passion, St. John's and Matthew, anything, makes it to this journey that we really participate. We're not just enjoying the music, but we participate in the drama. Because whoever stands up, ideally all soloists, all choir singers, everybody would do this. And then it's a collective event. It's not here we perform beautiful music and here are the consumers, but only if it's clear to the audience that whoever is up here tries to constantly connect with us as an audience. And with Bach's music, there's a general urgency in Bach's music. It matters. And the body language of any singer, every singer can be like, listen to me, this is really important. This is not just entertainment, this is something that is meant to help you or something like that, yeah? Beautiful. And now the recit is over, and now the question is into the silence after this recit comes one question, and this is the question you answer. The question is, so hey, if he has done only good, if he hasn't done anything bad, why does he need to die? And then your answer is, aus Liebe, because he loves us. Out of love he wants to die. And this is where maybe it's already, I always hear this aria. I anticipate a little bit because I'm so enthusiastic about this piece. And I hear it frequently as aus Liebe, like it's bittersweet. But if I think the build-up of Pilate asks, why do you want to kill him? What has he done evil? You say, stop, he hasn't done any evil. Nichts. We ask, but why does he want to die? And then the answer is, aus Liebe, listen. Yeah, it's for me, the affetto of the aria is far more dramatic and almost like, I exaggerate, but like you shout at us, he loves us so much, that's why he wants to die. It's for me, it's less bittersweet.
Okay.
And now,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
Make sure that it's your tempo, yeah? Tell him if you want changes. Okay, let us just, beautiful. I see that you lift your foot a little bit, and the tendency is that if you intensify the voice, you get a little bit on the higher end of acceptable pitch. Okay. Yeah, it's not yet, but it's just a hint, yeah? And I think it has to do with you leaning a bit forward, and I see how the foot that is a bit behind it gets high. And I think it has to do with, or it's connected. It's not the most feminine way of standing, but the ideal way of standing would be a little bit like John Wayne. This is I know. So, and in the end, we have to find a compromise, of course, yeah? But this, for an entire aria like this, will be difficult. This, as you did, leaning forward, is not good. The idea is try to rest on your heels, yeah? Oh, sleep. And while you sing this, the whole time, this whole apparatus, your knees cannot be pushed through. They need to be elastic. Oh, sleep. And then, oh, sleep, wie mein Heiland sterben. Liebe sterben. That's where you want to move. Otherwise, it's Liebe, I always compare, there's so many images you can imagine, but I imagine like a slow motion swimmer. And the whole piece is this stable basso continuo, and the singer that is constantly stretching forward and reaching, starting the voice. It develops, there's a wave, and this is where we want to go. And then comes the next phrase. And in that quality, the piece gains this hypnotic state, yeah? Mm-hmm. Because everything, there's the bomb, bomb, bomb. It's really like the pendulum. You're quiet, yeah? Look into my eyes, the eyes only, don't look anywhere. You're under, that one, yeah? So it's this hypnotic quality, and you're the one who, on top of this, floats, and you indicate that you always want to move forward. There's never standstill, but there's a constant, slow but steady forward motion. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. So, ausliebe wie mein Heiland. I want to go to sterben. Ausliebe wie mein Heiland. Wap. And then it gains an irresistible quality because you just follow the natural flow of the phrase, and that makes it very clear, okay? Beginning, very good. And then, sterben. You have more time, really, yeah? And now, really, just, it's not the performance, but just stand more stable, yeah? And there is no small breath in this piece. Every breath you take here is as if you want to sigh. This piece is so wide and so generous in its quality that there is no space for Ausliebe wie mein Heiland sterben. And there's always time for breath. This is an area where we don't have to worry about this breath. So really every breath needs to be deep, and then you have this depth. You feel rooted, like you have roots in the floor, yeah? And play, experiment a little bit with the quality of your li, of your vowel, whether you can't relax it, it's a bit. I think this is also something that might bring the intonation, the pitch up a bit. So, Liebe. There's so many shades and colors for a vowel, and if one color does not work perfectly, we just play around. Okay. And if it's too much Auslebe, I would say no, that's too much. But morph a little bit with the vowels and try to go more generally into an oval, the simple basic Ausli, yeah. That gets you a little bit more into the world of a contralto sound, yeah. A hint of that, not too much, yeah. Okay. Wow. It was really beautiful, and it's just this slight idea of this heaviness in the body that keeps you from being too light, and it's the connection of the vocal cords with the lowest point, and even in the pianissimo, we can have this, yeah? And it is influenced by the color of the vowel, like, how much of my resonance cavities do I involve? Like, and then I can play a little bit with the overtones even, yeah? And you can access this through experimentation a little bit. So the next time you work on a piece like this, you say, let's just pretend I'm woo, and I sing, look, this is what I was looking for. This tiny bit of extra connection with body, with a full-bodied sound, rather than the light sound. Nothing, it's not one is better than the other. Ideally, in these areas, if there's a gravitas to the message, I don't want lightness and innocence in these areas. They are not innocent. Whoever stands up and says this, aus Liebe will mein Heiland sterben, or whichever soprano gets up and sings, ich folge dir gleichfalls mit freudigen Schritten. It's not, ich folge, look, you know exactly what I mean, yeah? We hear it like ich folge, like it's, I don't know, from a Disney movie, Red Riding Hood wants to follow, and this is not, no. Whoever says, I want to follow you, Jesus, knows what following Jesus means. And it's not a light and innocent and bittersweet message. It's not this, and sometimes I see this, we have a thick brush that is bittersweet, and we have, and it goes from beginning till end. The soprano is in a bittersweet mood, but this is not enough. As you say, sterben, oh, I go into pianissimo, it's so aesthetic. No, the message is not about aesthetics in this moment. It's sterben, and you stop this and you let it ring. Depending on the place you sing it, it might ring long in the church. And then take a real breath. You continue, sterben. You continue to in this state, sterben. Give yourself time to come down and take a deep breath. In this moment you have it, and you will be instantly reconnected with your voice. And then again we come to this, it's such a killer piece. I mean, it's anything, every Bach aria has so much depth and beauty, and it's much more than just singing. And we need to invest. This is in my opinion, the greatest composer. It's debatable, but one of the top 5 or top 3, yeah? So come on, we are little sausages. Who am I to sing? It's this is such a mighty piece, everything he wrote, that do we really believe we get away with a little bit of YouTube study of what the others do? No, we need to get back to the root of the piece and make our own discoveries, and because one day we will meet Mr. Bach. And then he says, why did you always sound like that other singer? Yeah, really, that was beautiful. Thank you very much. And there was so many spontaneous things happening. It was really like this hypnotic quality it had, right? It was beautiful. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Will Rowland, and I'm going to sing Ach mein Sinn from St. John Passion.
willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, mein Sinn, wo bist du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo willst du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Wo soll ich endlich hin? Wohin? Wo soll ich hin erquicken? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Bleib ich hin, oder denk ich mich weg und hegel auf den Rücken? Bleib ich hin, oder denk ich mich weg und hegel auf den Rücken? Bei der Welt ist gar kein Reif und im Herzen ständig Schmerzen meiner Missetat, meiner Missetat, meiner Missetat, meiner Missetat. Bei der Welt ist gar kein Rat und im Herzen ständig Schmerzen meiner Missetat, weil der Knecht den Herrn verloren hat, weil der Knecht den Herrn verloren hat.
Thank you. Seriously, one of the most difficult pieces for tenor written by Bach. Yeah. So this is the equivalent to Blue Tenor from the Matthew Passion. It's the moment when Judas betrays. No, when everybody. Where Judas betrays Jesus, and then you sing Ach mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Yeah. Okay. Let's go from the top. Okay.
Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, wo soll ich mich erquicken?
Okay, let's go that far. Let's remember that Ach is just an expression of pain in that sense, yeah? Ach mein Sinn, ach mein, and it's like written as Ach mein Sinn, ach mein Sinn. But since Ach is the expression of pain, pain is not regulated in beats, I think, so we have the freedom to say, Ach mein Sinn, ach mein Sinn, wo willst du, yeah? So you can, don't think of Ach like a word. It's just a sound that expresses pain, and it says, Ach mein Sinn, ach mein Sinn, wo willst du end? Padam, 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 ja, padam, 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 padam. It's a constant acceleration, relax, and then you accelerate again, yeah? It's like a roller coaster ride, this piece, and really in the meaning. Okay, let's go from the beginning, yeah?
Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, wo soll ich mich erquicken?
Okay, but the beginning, I'm sure until there you know it memorized, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just so that we can free it up a bit, yeah? So, ach mein Sinn, wo willst du end? Wo wilt? Usually one sings wo wilt. It's an ancient version of willst. Today we would sing wo willst du hin. In Bach's time it's wo willst du endlich hin. So most conductors will ask you to wilt instead of willst. Just so be prepared. I don't mind, but this is more or less what's the established standard, that it's willst du endlich hin. Yeah? So, ach mein Sinn, wo willst, and he says, my mind, where do you want to go, huh? it's unfathomable. I can't grasp what's going on here. The servant betrays the master. So the whole emotion, the whole, how should I say, emotional storm, it's meant to express the inner turmoil of, in a way, you're saying, I don't have words to express this. What's happening here is so outrageous, yeah, that my mind can't grasp it. So if you say, wo willst du hin? Where do you want to go, my mind? Wo willst du endlich hin? Wo willst du endlich hin? Wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Where should I find repose? It's less, where shall I find repose, but where shall I find repose? You really need, if we ask a question, of course it needs to look like you ask a question, not like you're making a statement, yeah? Be aware of this. Let's try this now. Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, yeah, okay?
Ach, mein Sinn.
Beautiful, stop. No, you did. Ach, mein. The gesture was good. Okay. Beautiful. Stay with it. Ach, mein Sinn. Ach, mein Sinn. Wo willst du endlich hin? Yeah? Really involve your entire body. Think of it now less as a version that will be presentable in a passion, in a concert version, but think of it almost like a staged version of this. Yeah? We take it a little bit out of the performance context to activate the body and the rhetorical aspect of it, okay?
Ach, mein Sinn, ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, wo soll ich mich erquicken?
Yeah, the gesture is not only there because I asked you to do the gestures. Imagine, in English now, speak, oh my mind, where should I go? Where shall I find repose? Something like this.
Oh my mind, where shall I go? Where shall I find repose?
Yeah, where shall I find repose? And then the hand can sing, where? Huh? It's not just, oh my mind, where shall I find? It's the gesture itself needs to express something, yeah? Okay? Let's do that again. Speak it in English, just like, yeah? Like a theater actor. Oh, my mind, where shall I go? Where shall I find repose?
Oh, my mind, where shall I go? Where shall I find repose?
Yes, with a real sense of participation, in the sense that this is the difficult thing of a workshop situation, that we dissect a piece, we take it out of context. But as I said in the morning, with Bach, there is no rehearsal version of the piece. Yeah? There is on or off. Either you give everything, you give yourself completely, or we in general, it's not now meant for all of us, either we give ourselves completely or we don't sing the music. There is no half committed. But it's difficult, I admit, with people watching, with somebody constantly talking and giving you new input, to kind of really get into the passion mode. But this is what you have to try to imagine, that it's, if you were an actor, it's a camera that stands there, or there's a camera, and the director says, action. And then you need to be the one who's desperate. Jesus has been betrayed by Judas. Can you believe it? And you say, oh my mind, I can't believe it. Where will we find repose? And the intensity needs to be from when you start singing, when the music plays, until it's over, a little bit longer, and then we relax, and then we continue to talk about the piece again, yeah? So when I say now we do it again, you're on 100%. You really play somebody who is desperate because he just saw something that is so terrible that he says, will I ever find peace after seeing what's happening here, yeah? This is the mindset, and you need to be in that, okay? Let's try this. Take a moment to collect yourself. You're in a neutral position. This is you as yourself. And then you inhale the performer. It's like this. Ach, mein Sinn, where shall I find repose? And now we can talk again, okay?
Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, wo soll ich mich erquicken?
Yeah, look, this is getting into the direction. And if I ask a question, right now, if I translate it into English, I hear say, where shall I, where? Yeah, just if you want to act it, you would say, what? I don't say, what did you just say? I say, what did you just say? Yeah. So this is this kind of, that we read your face as, what? I never say, what? Yeah, it's so, a little bit more of that. Let's do it again, just the beginning. Beautiful. Focus and completely forget people watching, nothing. We want to get to the core of these words, okay?
Wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken?
Looking where?
Wo soll ich mich erquicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it.
What? You find it?
Well, it's just because it's difficult to sing.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at focusing on.
No. The problem is that you have to, all of you need to pick the pieces you bring wisely. Yeah? This is, as I said, this is one of the most difficult pieces. Plus, it's a stressful situation. So I absolutely understand what your problem is, but all of you just bring stuff you really know well, that you've sung already 100 times, and you think you have an idea, and then I challenge you and I say, so you think that's an idea, why, blah, 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 and you say, but I thought, and I say, no, but this is the work you do. This is really at the, you can sing it really, and the voice is beautiful, and now we're on the way, but this is difficult, of course, then with the music in the hand. But let's go back to the music. Look, maybe you use my music stand. Look, this is, and then you have you use it like a prompter, you know. I'm sure you have it well prepared, so you just need to look, okay, this is how it continues, and then you're back and free, yeah? Okay. So the two elements we want to have, first of all, vocally, it's really fine. I don't see anything wrong in your voice. You're not forcing the voice. There's no stress. It's a beautiful voice. The only thing that I lacked in the beginning, or I thought was lacking, was a bit the commitment. Yeah. And this would be the work we will continue for the next 10, 15 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo willst du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Wo soll ich endlich hin? Wohin?
Okay, now let's forget about the gestures. You can put your hands in this comfortable position, and if the mood brings you to wohin, you move into another, but you can always go back to this, yeah? Okay. Again from the beginning.
Ach, mein Sinn,
Yum.
ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, wo soll ich mich erquicken? Ach, mein Sinn, wo bist du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo bist du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo willst du endlich hin? Ach, mein Sinn, wo willst du endlich hin? Wo soll ich mich erquicken? Wo soll ich endlich hin? Wohin? Wo soll ich endlich fliegen? Wo soll ich hin erquicken? Bleib ich hin?
And now there's a big change. Look, think of the first part as an expression of your panic about what's just happened, yeah? And now the second part is, bleib ich hier? In the first part, first half, you ask, where should I go? Where can I find repose? Second part, should I stay here? Or should I curse myself? Yeah? So, bleib ich. There needs to be a clear change in affetto, in color, from wo willst du endlich hin? Wohin? 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 Bleib ich hier, oder wünsch ich mir Berg und Hügel. And then, but the bleib ich hier is really, bleib ich hier, as if, oh, we're calming down. No, we're not. Oder wünsch ich mir Berg und Hügel. Let's go from bleib ich hier, ja?
Bleib ich hier, oder wünsch ich mir Berg und Hügel auf den Rücken. Bleib ich hier, oder wünsch ich mir Berg und Hügel auf den Rücken. Weite Welt ist gar kein Rad und im Herzen ständig Schmettern. Meine Missetat, meine Missetat, meine Missetat, meine Missetat, meine Welt ist gar kein Rad und im Herzen ständig schmetzen. Meine Missetat, weil der Knecht den Herrn verloren hat, weil der Knecht den Herrn verleugnet hat.
And I observe moments where you are into it, where you give yourself, and then I sense like a disconnection from the, as if you're like watching yourself or analyzing yourself while you sing. Is that something, or
I think at the moment I'm thinking too much about the way I'm like technique and just
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because this is something that if we get to the stage where we want to present something in concert, and it happens even in concert, and it's the most terrible thing. I know it myself. You start singing, it's not a good day, or you have difficulties, and really, to me, I sense like I'm stepping to the side and I'm watching myself while I sing, and I am in dialogue with myself. So while I sing, and I try to make sense with the words of a Bach aria, I hear the second me saying, but why does it sound like this? It should sound much better. It's like, why is the voice clogged again? What is, oh, now, and this separation is the worst thing that can happen. And of course, it happens either if we have vocal difficulties because we had a cold, the voice is clogged, or something's tickling in the throat, and we are afraid if I take the next deep breath, I start coughing. All singers know these moments. Or it is that the technical aspect of the piece is so demanding that if you just sing it through, it's fine. And the moment you get additional information from me, it's like an overload. It's like, wow, stop, what? I should do something with my hands, but I'm still thinking about my voice in this piece. So this would be a question of choice of repertoire. Huh? So that's probably at the upper limit.
Yeah, because I'm doing it in a John Passion coming out, so I thought I'd bring it along. So.
Yeah.
But I possibly should have it more learnt.
Yeah.
But I need to stop thinking about things so much.
Good. But let's go that far. And all of you, if there's something you want to say, you say, oh, I don't feel good with this, or I don't understand this, or I don't want to try this, or something. Just say it. Yeah. But good collaboration and good effort. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hey.
Hello, I am Indyana and I'll be singing Erbarme dich from Bach's St. Matthew Passion as well.
Yeah. Nervous or?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think so.
No, but it was yes, and that's certainly a piece where I sensed that you were like really involved and there was no, but it's good. This look, it's better to work on how to channel this energy into the right lanes than to come to animate and try to create something that is not yet there, because everything is there. The voice is there, the technique, the compassion, the ideas, and maybe just the nervosity that made it a little bit volatile, but otherwise it was really beautiful voice. So, and you know what you sing about. This is a difficult piece because it's the interesting thing is that the central arias in most Bach pieces are always sung by the alto voice. It's Erbarme dich, es ist vollbracht, Agnus Dei in the B minor Mass. It's like these. The real important messenger is always the alto singer. So this the contralto, the countertenor, and so and here we repeat the same words over and over, yeah. And there are not many moments where we can play a bit with mein Gott, yeah. There we can play a little bit. Absolutely. How do we mean? Oh my God, yeah. How do we mean this? Otherwise, we just need to watch that. If from the beginning we are already, if the piece is buzzing from beginning till end, it lacks a little bit the structure, the kind of build-up. That would be one of the high, the point peaks for me. And so let's just go from the beginning and see what happens. Yeah. Sure. Important is that we have one bim bim bim. If we sing, the long note, yes, it's we hold it long, but the note itself is has a constant pulse. Yeah. So this is the important thing to remember, that all these long notes in these arias, there are no standstill. But they are pulsating, not audibly. It's not ha ha. That's not what I want. But underneath the bass is wham bam, moving forward. So again, the swimming in slow motion idea, yeah. Okay. And basic rule: there is no high breath in this aria. Every breath you take is and then it needs to have this. And I know that you will understand this. What my teacher said. This kind of don't forget the animal in you. There was at times a little bit too much involved already. Yeah. Sure. But I know this. There is some Urkraft. I don't know the primal force, or how would you say this? Something so powerful in this music. And if we connect to it, it might lead us to exaggerate, to get carried away a little bit. So, but if we access it at the right moment, we get, instead of we get yeah, and that's what we want, but not all the time. Okay. Wa-dee-din-din, bam bam bam. And that's a little bit. Wow, the phrase is ended. If we start with I have nowhere to go from there unless I do. If you accidentally find yourself in too much energy, reduce and make a build up, but it would be it's endless, these phrases, yeah. But this is what makes this piece so powerful, yeah. Okay, from the top again, and think sorry. the secret is in the consonant. If I do if I do a low consonant, D, or too much D, it's blocked and it's too explosive, and I find myself in a forte already. Barmedig. It's not
Like a rolled out.
yeah. Barme, and the dich is just barmedig. It's not barmedig, but it's barmedig. Really, you will be amazed about how relaxed you can be in your pronunciation, and it still is perfectly clear. It's like when I talk to you now, I don't make an effort to. I'm very relaxed. Pronunciation happens just in the very front here. Like when I talk, there is no jaw involved in my talking. It's just very easy. It's not that you did that, but just for the dich, that's something you can make easy. Don't think erbarme dich, but think erbarme dich, barme dich. A very lazy D that doesn't interrupt the legato flow of the entire phrase. Okay. And let's choose. We're just a tick too slow.
Yeah.
Wam, bum, bum. We're at dum, bum, bum, and we need to dum, bum, bum, bum. Always imagine a pendulum. Ram, da, da, dum, dim, 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 dum. It's like a perpetuum mobile in the basso. Wam, dim, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, and then on top. Let's continue that we don't get stuck. Yeah. Where did we stop?
At the feeling.
Let's go from the top. Come on, once more. A last one.
Okay.
Rum dum 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 dum. Yes, that's it. Sorry, just to not let.
No, so fine.
I have mistakes and areas I learned as a student because they kind of stayed there ever since. And after 25 years, 30 years almost to get rid of them, it's impossible. Okay. You will always sing. So I stop it in this.
Thank you. Sorry.
Dich, mein Gott. Let's do that. Let's do dich, mein Gott. And then we continue. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, as a trick, as a kind of aid to help you is how can we make these long notes develop? Imagine, can we just play that spot again? Mein Gott, find a gesture that stands for the development. And the fun part is that sometimes you do, oh, I'm already here, it's too soon. Okay. It's the dosage, as the French use this as a word for the to make champagne. It's not, but I use like the increased doses, so to speak, of air. Yeah, okay. That it's and the gesture stands for the flow of the air and the intensification. And if the gesture is connected to the breath, it's a easy way to verify whether you're too soon where you should not be, or you're too late and in the end need to, yeah. God, dich, until dich, I want to call. Exactly, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And nobody of you needs to worry about an extra breath here or there, as long as the body tension and the face shows I'm still continuing, it's fine.
Okay.
As long as the phrase doesn't collapse because you really let the tension drop and take a new breath, it's all fine.
Okay.
We don't win any trophies with singing endlessly long phrases, but it's amazing the breath control you have, by the way, really. Okay, same spot, and do the dich. Use your hand now to find a gesture, and of course if you do okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Dich, mein Gott,
Okay, we do that again, yeah. Now it was a little bit with the observation, is this really how it should be? Yeah,
Okay.
I saw you thinking.
like,
And not just, it's perfect. That's
Okay.
exactly how it goes. Be a constant flow. And of course you need to have the right doses, the right speed, the right increase. And it stands for the breath that your voice sails on top of it, okay? Same spot.
Thank you.
dich, mein Gott, erbarme dich, o meine Zähren, o meine Zähren willen.
Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah, and then da, 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 da. The gesture is so clear, yeah, and it's a little bit da, da, da.
Okay.
Da, ba. It's like upbeat ba, da, ba. The other, the ba, da, da, is just a written out ornament. Da, ba, yeah. Every phrase here is a musical gesture that can be expressed in a ti da da da, pi da da da. It's not ti di di di, pa da da da. Yeah, beautiful, but amazing, really. This is the work we want to do. That you are in full control of the piece, and it already works, and it's a little bit this idea drama -1 to find to get the energy in the right doses, and that's beautiful. Okay,
Thank you.
let's go again. Same spot again.
Dich, mein Gott.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dich, mein Gott, erbarme dich, o meine Zähren, o meine Zähren willen. Erbarme dich, mein Gott, o
And yeah, my God.
okay.
Yeah, wide. And now it's the drama is mein Gott.
Yeah.
Mein Gott. Oh, I exaggerate this. Yeah,
Okay.
just go. It's that's what I wanted to say before. It's like when you want to have the drama,
Yeah.
the first impulse is a little bit through drama.
Yeah.
You reach this dramatic moment through slightly moving your shoulders back and setting your voice free.
Okay.
You support enough from here, and the big sound is this effortless big sound that is even more impressive than the one where we see you work
Okay.
on the big sound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with you.
it's this, and it's this state which is what you can do, where a singer can trust his or her voice enough to have these fun moments even in a concert, where you just let the voice do what it wants to do. You know it well enough that you're not constantly micromanaging your voice, which you're not doing that anyway, but there's these moments that are difficult moments. It goes up, God, I talked too much, so I won't sing any more today, but it's this, that we just go in technically it's a legato, it's not God, no consonants that block. Mentally, it's a state where you don't want anything anymore. You have no ambition. You just, oh my God. You just think wide. You have one word which is wide, or find your phrase, and that's what's happening there. But it's not an intention you're trying to achieve. There's no ambition in these moments, but it just happens. And these are very rewarding moments, because it's the moments when we give away control of the voice. Only works if we know our voice well enough, yeah. So, but this is one of these moments where you could do this, rather than, mein Gott, I exaggerate, mein Gott, yeah. Wellness singing and the pure sound of the voice expresses the drama, not the affetto in this case. That's okay. Where can we start there a bit before? Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, and that's one thing that no, it's but that's the better spot. I sang it.
Really?
I think it's the better spot. I did it exactly as you did for many years until Stephen Cleoberry told me, please don't breathe. God, meine I think it makes more sense. Just the detail. Yeah. No, you can breathe, of course. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Played a couple of bars. It's a tricky spot without music. And there, look, there you need to. This is a different word. Different. So it's erbarme dich. Schaue. It's a different activity probably also. Schaue, please look here. Erbarme dich is wide and big. Schaue. Not parlando, but you know what I mean. A little bit more active in the pronunciation. And then okay. I would shower here. Yeah, I would not sing through there. Okay. and then yeah, that's it. Bitterlich. And then and in this little breath you need to relax completely. Not otherwise. It was just this. You carried that a little bit over, and then yeah. And then you're soft again. Yeah. Herz unter. Can we start from there? Think of it. Think of. Yeah. Deep breath. There you sang it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Cool.
Yeah, beautiful. Really good. Yeah. Yeah. It was basically just two little elements you needed to add, or that you added now, and I think it works really well. One is the idea of the guided voice, that when you start a phrase, you cannot have an abstract amount of energy. Yeah? That is like, Erbarme dich. Where do I move from here? Erbarme dich. It needs to be clear that the voice is on a journey. You're moving forward. This bam is standstill and very hard to control. It kind of doesn't develop, doesn't go anywhere, and it's makes it a little bit thick.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the one thing that you took away. And the second is, and this is really, I had fights with my teacher about this, that he said, don't try to express something. Ausdrücken. In Germany, the word Ausdruck is really like, it's like the same you say to squeeze an orange. So Ausdrücken. It's Ausdruck. It has this idea of I need to express, I need to push and press, and don't do that, he said. and I thought, no, but I need to, and I wanted to do so much. And this is so spectacular when the voice just opens up and we hear a big sound that is effortless. And this is in the early, in the Baroque, there's a famous singing school by Pier Francesco Tosi, where he writes about what's the secret about great singing. Well, this guy can sing very fast and the other one sings high and the next one sings loud, but that's not the secret. The secret is to make it sound effortless. The secret, the fun part is not seeing somebody work hard for the colorators, but they just stand there and sing it, and you think, how is this possible? That's the spectacular thing, is to make it effortless. And you can translate it for these moments, the dramatic moments. Do I want to see this? Yes, it's somehow dramatic. It's debatable, I don't say. But if I have this face, I can't sing it now. But the big, intense sound that has this the lowest point of support for a brief moment, and that's really spectacular. Then, a completely free voice, and we sense that this is not controlled by you anymore, but this comes through you, speaks something, the power of Bach or the music, whatever this speaks through you. We have to be channels. This is what Tony Rulli always said. We need to be the channel. We are the messenger. And from the moment we will work on that tomorrow when we prepare for the concert, is this, not Thursday we do that. No, tomorrow? No.
Tomorrow. Thursday's the concert.
Thursday's the concert. So
Maybe.
tomorrow is Tuesday. On Wednesday we will do that. Yeah, this idea of that the moment I walk out, I already tell a story, I already say something. And he calls it the idea of the holy space, that the moment I come out, ideally for all of you, you are well prepared. You know your voice, you know the piece, you have all the good intentions. And then you say, okay, now I'm here, I'm well prepared, and now things will happen that I can't plan to the last detail. It's this freedom of the performance that only comes if the homework has been done. We cannot expect to know a piece half and then start to make ornaments and play around. It will not happen. It only comes from the solid preparation, and then it's the moment where we let go, and the musical magic happens. That is not the ambition of the performer. I want to communicate with you. Hey, didn't you get this? This was funny or something. Yeah, this not, but this effortlessness that you just let go, and the voice does something. And these are rewarding moments for the performer as well as for the audience. Yeah, these are the special moments. And of course, the expectations when you stand up with this kind of piece, it's tremendous. It's such an iconic piece. Wow, but if you sing it that way, that will be spectacular.
Thank you.
Right,
Thanks
thank
very
you.
much.
Widerstehe doch der Sünde, ja?
Yes.
Okay.
Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Widerstehe doch der Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich Gift, sonst ergreifet dich Gift, sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Widerstehe doch der Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich die Gift. Widerstehe doch der Sünde, sonst ergreifet Doch die Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich die Gift. Lass dich nicht den Satan blenden, wenn die Gottes herrschen, trifft ein Blut, der tödlich ist. Lass dich nicht den Satan blenden, denn die Gottes erkennen, trifft ein Flut, der tödlich ist.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go that far. You know that the piece, there are actually two transpositions of the piece, made by Clifford Bartlett. One is a full tone higher, the other one even a small third higher. And ideally it's the small third higher with modern instruments because it's so low. And the reason is that it was written in, it's one of the cantatas from Weimar where the, if I'm not wrong, but one of the earlier cantatas, the pre-Leipzig phase cantatas, where the organ was much higher, the organ tone. So this is why, as it is notiert, wie sagt man, as it was written down, it just is too low. It's really too low. Is there transposition? Can we? Do you have problems with perfect pitch, or will this confuse you? Let's try this in 440. Okay. Yeah. I think it makes a difference. Otherwise it's really low. It's almost like a high tenor piece then, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Let's go from the beginning, yeah? No, just a few bars before Louis comes in.
Widerstehe durch die Sünde, widerstehe durch die Sünde, sonst ergreifet die Gift, sonst ergreifet die Gift, sonst ergreifet die Gift.
Yeah, already much easier. Yeah. How do we start? The first one is
Widerstehe.
Widerstehe. And the motif is resist. Bum, bum, bum. No. Da 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 da. So the opening phrase is Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Widerstehe doch der Sünde, and give us a little bit this urgency. You are the preacher and you say, hey, resist sin. It's so bad, don't give in. And then in the rest you elaborate about the qualities of sin and how it can deceive us and everything. But here you're the preacher and you say, Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Sonst ergreifen is you're being caught like a bird of prey. Sonst Okay, let's go from the beginning. Widerstehen. Include all of us here, okay?
Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Sonst ergreifet dich Gift.
Gift. Yeah, that's like gift, poison. And it doesn't translate in English the phonetical quality, but it's gift. Gift. It's a beautiful word. Gift. So, sonst ergreifet dich hier Gift. Gift. Sonst one of the few occasions where I would suggest not to gift, not to stretch the vowel, but to make gift. Lots of consonants, short, with full impact. Yeah. Okay. Let's go again from the top.
Widerstehe doch der Sünde.
Bam, 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 bam.
Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Sonst
Beautiful.
ergreifet dich Gift. Sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Sonst ergreifet dich Gift.
Yeah. You can even shorten as it's written, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was me distracting. We continue there. Widerstehen.
Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Sonst ergreifet dich Gift.
And there you can play, there's a widerstehe doch der Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich. Normally I would say, sonst ergreifet, but here it's really an appeal. Otherwise you will be caught by the poison. Sonst ergreifet dich. It's a little bit extra activity instead of sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Please listen to me, it's so important. That's the problem we have as countertenors, as I said yesterday, that our speaking voice is an octave away. So as a baritone, sonst ergreifet dich, you can go into Sprechgesang, into spoken word, but for the countertenor voice, it will sound sonst ergreifet dich. It just doesn't work. That's one of the problems we have. Yeah, okay, but sonst ergreifet. Just give a little. I exaggerate, and it's too much. But give a little bit more activity, a little bit more syllabic. Sonst ergreifet, and a little bit more of the consonants to make sure that you want us to listen to this. Okay. Just to inform whoever is you're the next one, we can go into overtime. Do you have time? Do you have time, or do you have to leave? Okay, so we won't cut anybody short. Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Widerstehe doch der Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Widerstehe.
Do you have stehe? You could,
Stehe.
yeah, use your baritone voice for this. Huh?
I find that difficult.
Yeah? Is it? But just for this, I usually don't do this, but for the stehe, I think in these, for these single moments, in this moment I think it makes sense. But if it's not comfortable for your voice, stay in the head voice. Yeah. Let's continue. Stehe after that moment.
25.
Widerstehe doch der Sünde.
And think, widerstehe doch der, stehe doch der Sünde. Bam, bam, bim, bam, bam, bam. It's again, we need to connect with wham, bam, bam, bam. Even the basses should never play bam, 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 wham, bam, 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 bam. Widerstehe doch der Sünde. Yeah? This is the motif, the leitmotif is wham, bam, 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 bam. Yeah? René Jacobs once said this is the motif of the sin is bam, bam, bam. Yeah? And yeah, okay. Let's go from again, same spot, yeah.
Widerstehe doch der Sünde, sonst ergreifet die Gift, widerstehe.
Needs to still move and develop.
Doch die Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Lass dich nicht den Satan blenden.
And then if you were to agree with your conductor that the B section moves a bit forward, lass dich nicht den Satan, lass dich nicht den Satan, don't be blinded by Satan, yeah? So the words, you have to, the build-up needs to be until Satan. Lass dich nicht den Satan blenden, denn die Gottesehre schänden. Trifft ein Fluch, well, so many consonants, but it's those who will be blinded by Satan will be hit by a curse that is deadly. These are the words, yeah? So it's drastic words, so there needs to be an intensity in your pronunciation here, okay? Lass dich nicht den Satan.
Lass dich nicht den Satan blenden.
Try exaggerate. Lass dich nicht den Satan. Bam, bam.
Lass dich nicht den Satan blenden, denn die Gottesehre schänden. Kriegt ein Fluch, der tödlich ist.
Bam, bam, bam.
Lass dich nicht den Satan blenden, denn die Gottesehre schänden. Trifft ein Fluch, der tödlich ist.
Trifft ein Fluch. Trifft ein Fluch, der tödlich ist. That's difficult, yeah? Can we do that? That's the final phrase. Yeah.
Lass dich nicht den Satan blenden, denn die Gottesehre schänden. Trifft ein Fluch, der tödlich ist.
We do da capo, okay? And now we start just a few bars before and we do a da capo, yeah? Satan, not Satan. Satan, Satan. In German it's twice AA, Satan. Yeah, okay?
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
No. We do a final da capo now. Yeah.
Okay.
Widerstehen. Please listen to me. That's what the music says. Huh? Da, 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 da.
Widerstehen auf der Sünde, widerstehen auf der Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich Gift, sonst ergreifet dich Gift, sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Widerstehen doch der Sünde, widerstehen doch der Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich Gift. Widerstehen doch der Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich Gift, sonst ergreifet. Durch die Sünde, sonst ergreifet dich Gift.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for staying till the bitter end. I'm Elspeth. This is the second aria from Bach's Cantata 51, Höchste mache deine Güte, highest, make your goodness from now on all mornings new, and the preceding recit.
Treu, so täglich
Okay, we go this far. Thank you, we go that far. Thank you very much. Yeah, beautiful. Really good. Now let's see what we can do with a very long recit, yeah? Let's see how far we get, yeah? Let's do the recit from the beginning. And just think before we start now, how, if you would speak it, what, just recite it for me.
Wir beten zu dem Tempel an, da Gottes Ehre wohnet, da dessen Treu so täglich neu mit lauter Segen wohnet.
Okay, bis hier. Mit lauter Sehnen lohnet. This is, it helps to know what belongs together. Yeah? Where are the brackets? Wir beten zu dem Tempel an, da Gottes Ehre wohnet, da dessen Treu so täglich neu mit lauter Segen lohnet. Buff. That's the first phrase. Until there, wir beten. It's interrupted by these pauses always. So, but we still need to beten zu dem Tempel. It's basically your facial expression and your body that says, "I'm still on the way. I haven't arrived yet." So this is the game here. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, good. Once more. Beautiful. Yeah. But this is precisely this. And we can make it a little bit more fluent, maybe. Bim, bididim, padadam, pam, pam, bam, bam. A little bit, tiny bit faster, notch, okay? Okay, let's go. Wir preisen. Think long vowels, short consonants, and think it helps. If in a recit we get stuck with breath issues, then it's usually because we didn't move forward. Because very often it's just on the last note that we feel the shortage of breath, and the last note starts to shake. But why is it always the last note? It's exclusively mental problem, trust me. So it's Wir preisen, was an uns. Imagine you're accelerating a little bit. And this is just the idea, I will get this phrase to the end, that you give yourself. Because if you start without the direction, you think, oh my God, this will last, and was even within the same tempo. Just the idea, you suggest to yourself, no, I want to, come on, let's move this forward, will save you breath. Okay? Wir preisen directly. Okay, Mama, no problem, no, but you're well prepared, it's all fine, yeah? Muss gleich der schwache Mund, der the mouth is so weak that it even can't sustain this dotted note there, yeah? Der schwache Mund. Play a little bit with this. Schwach, yeah? Schwach, not schwach. Yeah, okay. Muss gleich, directly from the andante. Sorry. No, that doesn't work. It's more just the second one I meant. Schwacher Mund, der schwach. And then, of course, it needs to be sustained, supported. Huh? Okay. Okay. Der schwache Exactly, and this you have to imagine like somebody juggling with oranges. Ya da dee, da 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 da. It's not da 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 da. Wa da dee, da 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 dee, da da da. Yeah, that is built in there. Yeah, okay. It's the weak mouth has to lullen, has to babble from the miracles. It's la, la. Yeah, that's the basically the illustration of what you talk about, composed. Muss gleich der schwache Mund. You want to go to Mund when you start. Der schwache Mund von seinen Wundern, la da 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 da. Then you can breathe if you need to, no problem. Okay, directly from the Andante. No, it's a. She sings the Viertel. I don't know what the Auftakt. Muss gleich. Okay. No. Muss gleich der Schau, muss gleich der it needs to have the constant built-in forward motion. You will realize, you will feel it so much easier if you have this flow, yeah? Der schwache Mund von seinen Wundern und ein schlechtes Lob ihnen vorgefallen. Muss gleich mein schwacher Mund, mein schwacher Mund von seinen Wunden lallen, so kann ein schlechtes Lob ihnen noch wohlgefallen. We move to the aria, yeah. Okay, and this is where you want to go. Höchster, Höchster, mache deine Güte ferner aller Morgen neu. Until there, yeah. And now, because I hear that you have the good control of your voice, let's think in this slightly more oval. Höchster, yeah. Instead of Höchster, Höchster. I exaggerate a bit. Give us a bit more, more oomph, yeah? A bit more warmth, a bit more low quality of your voice, yeah? And then let the voice go into a healthy forte. Höchste Mache deine Güte, Vater. And then just move forward. Don't control much, just wellness singing. This is a wellness singing aria, okay? Yes, it's this low. No, it's how do you 1, 2. You could breathe on the entire 3. Yeah, or 1, 2. No, I would take the whole 3. It's not about power from here. It's just let the voice do it, okay? Once more. And you're already wham, bam, bam, bam. Pendulum is clear to you already. Okay? Okay. Let's take the text away, just do ah. Ah. And now I want you to really like dance with it. It needs to be much more in your body. You have a very beautiful voice, you have a very good voice control, but you sing a little bit too much from up here and it lacks the body. And now we want to, okay? Feel free. Nobody observes you, nobody watches, okay?
To ah.
Yeah. Yes. And once more the same thing. Once more, stop. Once more the same. Yeah, already working. Yeah. But now it's you're a little bit ahead with your movement almost. Tim, bum, bum. It has elegance and and now you imagine this much bigger voice that comes out of your mouth. Okay. Okay, let's go that far. The idea is clear, yeah? It's the voice frees up if it's in motion. Whereas if you stand still, it kind of is you need to work much more. The vocal cords need to work much more because you don't support it enough with this motion, yeah? Okay, let's try that with the words now, okay?
Still swinging?
If you want to. No, seriously, if you feel it helps you right now, or it even a little bit, do it. If not, don't do it. Okay? But the principle worked. It's clear what it's about. Okay? Already now you're in the groove. Okay, yeah. No, but look, this is, do you have it well prepared? It's just not memorized, but one would not sing this memorized in a concert, so I wouldn't really expect this. But yeah, this is clear. It could be even, I could even imagine a bit more of this, the lower sound. Shall we go again from the beginning? Yeah, we just work a bit on that, and then you can apply it to the rest of the aria as well. Yeah. And already now you feel in the Look, what we have now is a flow. And I actually, for the character of the piece, I don't even want to woo. Yeah, it's not, it's what you have now is really charming. The voice has a beautiful, nice little vibrato now, which was always considered to be a sign for a healthy and free voice. So vibrato-less singing as kind of early music singing is not really right. Huh? It's not an excessive vibrato, excessive vibrato that would completely ruin your coloraturas and so you kind of guess, it must be something like this, but that's too much, yeah. But otherwise, it's a sign of a free trembling voice, yeah. And that's beautiful. And the flow is there, and there's a better connection with the body of the voice. Oh, yeah? Let's continue with the So soll für die Vater treu. And then it's like, and always be aware that when you start, so soll, what will help you is if you think long, super legatissimo, long vowels, short consonants, yeah? Less so soll für, like a chewing gum that you stretch. It's this rubber band, and it's everything is elastic and it's forward moving and it's dense. There is no bum, 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 but there's generous phrases that are very legato, okay? Yes, you breathe as you did. You had a very good spot. All of you, remind yourself that we need a breath discipline. That ideally you breathe always on the same spot, and you mark it, and after a while that's the spot where you will breathe. The moment you deviate, and in a concert you think, oh, today I might get through in one breath, and then you're short of breath, and it completely ruins makes your whole concept collapse, and then you start breathing in places that you should not. And also another thing is if you ever do recordings then, and they make a montage of different spots, suddenly you sound like you breathe 5 times because accidentally the spots where you take a breath are being put together. So there's a good case for decide where you want to breathe and always breathe there. And in these long melodies, you can also leave out one note, take a breath and continue. That's all possible if you need it. If you don't need it, even better. But don't try to break any records in low phrase singing. You won't win anything. In the end, you're convincing and the audience is happy or not. Whether you took an extra breath and somebody else doesn't need that breath is not the thing that makes it convincing or not convincing. Yeah? Okay, B section. So soll für die Vater. Nothing happens when you sing without one. It's the perpetuum mobile, it's the motor that Bach offers you this and says, look, this is the energy. Just let yourself be energized by my motor that I offer you, okay? Yeah, it's just a tiny extra opening of your mouth when you go a little bit oval. It's not exaggerated, but that just adds this extra warmth to your voice. Yeah, and there were moments now when you were. I read in your face like you were a millisecond behind what you were doing, and then you were again completely focused on in. So it's a little bit. Yeah. So, but the idea would be that it needs a commitment when you sing this, and I can say to you, because your voice is beautiful and you have your voice under full control, so there needs to be a commitment from, yes, I really want to speak these words, I really want to deliver this message. It's a general attitude that manifests inside the body, that you're not, this is not it, this is more like it, yeah? It's not like getting ready to fight, that's not what I mean, but it's a kind of, yes, I'm here. Bzzzt, there's some buzz already going on. Then we identify whatever piece it is, there is a motor. The piece does not start with the singer singing. The piece is already starting before. Once makes you want to move to the music. And this is built in. And if we ignore this and start to we build something on top of this instead of riding on this. It's a waste of energy. We need to work much harder. The voice will not be connected because the motion here, the slight motion, the awareness of the motor, of our pulse, is what unlocks the voice. It kind of connects it with this low place.
Yeah, it was amazing how
And
as soon as you made me start moving, it just, everything connected.
Look, all of you, whenever you prepare a new piece, just move to it. If you want it to enter more in the body. We all sense this, learning an aria, like, what happens? I kind of, the voice gets firm and I can't, and then just move to it, aha. And then try to remember this. Of course, in front of an audience in a concert, we will not do this. But the memory of how it felt when you did the big movement will unlock the right reflexes. It's as I said yesterday, we can observe the symptoms of healthy singing and we imitate them, but it doesn't mean that we perform healthy singing. It's not like that. It's just something, the progress in these, or the development for the singer comes through experiencing something. You say, oh, yeah, when I moved, and now you do this more and more often. And when you sing a concert, you remember it. And the memory of the movement will be the key to unlock all the complex reflexes and things that then are involved in guiding your voice. It's not, oh, this and not the individual elements, but it's the moment when you experienced it yourself. It's not just, I believe what the teacher says is right. Of course, that's one thing. But it's not about believing, it's about experiencing it firsthand, saying, yeah, now I know what he means to move and the slightly warmer color, yeah? And it might take a while to get to that point. And then when you achieve it, also when you're in a room rehearsing yourself, and you get to the point where you say, stop, that was good. That was how I think how it should feel. Then stop. Don't continue doing anything else. Stop. And try to absorb the combination of all things as one element, as a feeling. Feeling sounds stupid, I know, but the entireness. Don't think about what did I do when it was right, but think about how did I feel when it was right. And then eventually you enforce this idea over and over, and you try to recreate that moment, and out of 20 attempts you achieve 2 or 3 times, and next week it's 5 times, and this is how it comes. That in the beginning it's a new concept. It takes a while to be strong enough to be called upon, and then it's there. So, but trust me, this is how it works. And then you remember, the movements is smaller in a concert, but still, you see singers do this. They are involved. Few singers in an oratorio can sing it like this. It's yeah. And then the memory of how it was when it was good will unlock the good singing. That's the way you make the progress. Yeah. Great. Thank you very much.